This is the Fantasy Roadshow.
Heyo, what's going on? Welcome into another episode of the Fantasy Roadshow. We are your hosts. You can call me Truck. I'm in a truck, and I'm joined as always by Shane O'Mac and Kulz. You can find us on Twitter at Kulz_sports, at SMcCormick_FF, at Fantasy_Trucker. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Kulz, Shane, how you guys doing?
I'm still waiting for you to get canceled for being behind the wheel while.
Okay, so I'm not driving right
I
now.
know.
I am, just to clue you guys in, I am on a TV set. I can't talk too much about it. We're filming a TV show in Chicago. This is the only thing I can show you, and that's about it. They're very particular about.
Delete that. You couldn't show that.
I
just
can
gave
show
everything away.
Well, okay, I'm on The Shy, obviously, for Showtime. It's one of Showtime's biggest shows, and it's the show I'm working on currently. I'll be on another show, a different show in January, February time, but we'll talk more about that later.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
I want to ask questions. I don't know what I can ask on air, so I'm just going to do the probably responsible thing and not ask any.
Yeah, it's probably better off. I don't want to get in trouble for talking too much about what's going on. So
understandable. Shane O'Mac, this is Truck for a normal his original job outside of what you know him as doing the long fleets or whatever, long fleet.
Union driver, Teamsters Local 727. I drive currently. I can't say anything 30 seconds that I'm on the shot. Well, what do you want me to do, huh? What do you want me to do?
Funny.
Let me see that logo again on that sweatshirt. That is incredible.
Yeah, this is the Teamster logo. And,
that is good.
This is one of the new sweatshirts.
That's nice.
Chicago, home city.
Well, let's talk about tonight's game. What we need to see unfold. I know Shane O'Mac's sweating a little bit. We got some sweaty stuff as well on our side, Truck. So Shane, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm in full blown just panic, anxiety, heartburn moment because I mistakenly took Jake Glazier at his word, saying, Gino's going to play. Gino's not going to play, so I threw in Locke in there literally 2 minutes before kickoff on Sunday. So I've got Locke and Mariota. I picked up both backups, and so now it's just a refresh scenario. Mariota has not Hurts has not ran out of the locker with his team. He's still inside. So I don't know what's going on, but
yeah, it's crazy. So we need Truck and I for our underdog to advance to the next round of the playoffs, which would be fucking massive. We need
it would be.
We need Hurts to score more than 17.7. So that's our road to $3 million. That's our shot, our lottery ticket to try to win that underdog big tournament. So that's what I want more than anything. I told you how I'm in my three biggest leagues. I'm in the playoffs for next year. I guess my brother Patrick, who's on the stream, we have a team together that we manage. We're up by 20 against Lockett, full PPR. So need Lockett to score under 20, and then underdog is what I'm fully focused on. Hurts over 17.5, which he's done 10 out of 13 games this year. But we need those rushing touchdowns because the other guys got AJ Brown. It's a whole later mess, but we need to focus on Hurts getting over that 17.7.
I feel like he's probably not going to run mujust tonight, right? Maybe even less tush pushes even. If he's
however you want to spin zone it. Like I just had a bye week. Who should I start? New Orleans or Pitt? Wait.
New Orleans versus the Rams or Pitt versus Cincinnati?
Gosh, I don't
Probably
even want to talk
Pittsburgh?
about Week 17, but let me look up real quick. I know I rostered Saints D, Colts D, Denver D, or maybe Saints was from this week.
Was it Houston?
No, they're Browns.
You can't start that Saints defense against a Rams defense.
Broncos Sunday night against the Patriots. I love that. Coming off a loss, they know they need a win. I would say over-unders 34.5. They're 6 points spread right now. So you think the Broncos are going to just come out and lock down Zappy and cause turnovers, maybe have a touchdown. Eagles defense at Giants, they may not be available. Chiefs, Raiders. I have the Chiefs on quite a few lineups. Colts have someone. Colts at Falcons. So I don't know. That's going to be a coin flip game in my mind, but their defense has been outstanding.
Yes. Grab the Broncos if you can.
Broncos.
Yeah, take a look, see who's available.
Steelers at home against the Bengals. What do you think about that, Brownie?
That's better. That's better than the Saints at the Rams. The Rams just put up a ton of points at Baltimore 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, so just if you look at what Vegas is saying, I haven't done a dive into these games yet, but what Vegas is saying is Rams -4.5 with a 44 point total over under, and the Bengals is at 38.5 with Bengals -2.5. So, a 6 point difference is pretty significant in point total, but you're getting the home team as opposed to the away team. So,
yeah.
The Rams could sneak away into the playoffs. Broncos is available. Yeah. Definitely do that.
And then plus if you advance, you get the Broncos playing the Chargers the following week in the championship.
Yeah, another must-win game.
Yeah, definitely.
So now you get Zappy and then Easton Stick, both at home in Mile High. I mean, one's on prime time. That's why I stashed them. Regardless of what they did this week, I didn't expect them to win against the Saints, but I wanted that, or against the Lions, sorry, at home in a bounce back spot. I wanted that Patriots Chargers matchup that we're about to see. So
yeah,
I think we talked about that a little bit. But anyways, so yeah, that's tonight. We will hopefully get a little bit of, I don't know, let me pull up Twitter and I'll keep a running look to see if Locke and Hurts are both playing to ease a little bit of our anxieties. But let's talk.
Yeah, we're getting dangerously close to kickoff, so I'm sure we'll be finding out here soon.
Yeah, let's talk through some of these games, huh?
Yeah, man. What do we got on the first? What's the first one you guys want to talk about here?
Well, we had the Raiders and Chargers from that really awesome Thursday night game.
Yeah, I got nothing there.
It's just don't take anything away from that.
Yeah, that was a ridiculous game. I can't remember the last time I saw that many points scored in an NFL game. That was wild.
No, my only takeaway is don't be rushing out for Zamir White thinking he's going to help you this second week of the playoffs. They're playing the Chiefs, not the Chargers this week.
What's that? What's that, Ryan?
Radio is currently going off. They called the martini. Martini is the last shot. Before we wrap. So
we are getting industry terms here. Martini equals last.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, all right, let me write that down.
Yeah, that's the martini.
Martini equals last
shot. We're gonna start using these terms all right, boys, and the martini of the night is the Ravens Jaguars Sunday night football. Ryan, you ready to shut it down?
Yeah. We'll get more lingo as we go.
Same. Nothing from the Chargers Raiders that I think's worth talking about. Vikings Bengals. I mean, Mullins threw for a bunch of yards. Ty Chandler, I think that's probably the biggest takeaway for me is Ty Chandler is supposed to have, and then O'Connell came out and said that he's going to have a more primary role. He got the ball 23 times. Seems pretty primary there, but what do you guys see there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
think
just
he's,
go ahead, Shane.
you should feel good going forward next week with him as far as the touches.
Yeah, I think even when Alexander Madison comes back, is he coming back this year or is he done? Do we get an update on that?
There's a chance he could come back this week, but I don't think so.
Yeah, like what is O'Connell gonna? What if he does come back? Is O'Connell gonna be like, "You were never this good"? So
Yeah, pretty much.
I would be confident starting Ty Chandler next week, regardless. If you're sitting on Pacheco should be back. I'm just saying one of the banged up running backs, Josh Jacobs, one of those guys. But
yeah,
let's put it this way: I'd rather start Ty Chandler than Zamir White.
Yes,
as Shane just mentioned.
Yeah.
Colts got banged up. Is Zach Moss? Do we have any news on Zach Moss and Pittman? Pittman was a concussion, right? He's probably out of the game.
Moss was that same arm that he broke earlier in the year. So, and Jonathan Taylor's not fully approved yet with his thumb, so it could be Trey Sermon's season.
Wow.
Yeah, Trey Sermon got a ton of carries.
Look for him on waivers because there is some talent there. I'll say that. It hasn't really paid off in the league yet anywhere, but there's talent behind Trey Sermon.
Yeah.
For sure. Shane, you probably watched him. He was at Oklahoma before going to Ohio State, right?
Was he? I didn't remember that. I do remember watching him at Ohio State, but I don't remember Oklahoma.
Yeah, let me Google. I'm pretty sure he was at Oklahoma and was pretty good for them too. Yep, he was. I remember him being good for Oklahoma as well. That's why I was surprised he went to Ohio State. Let's see. I don't know if it was 1 or 2 years there. Anyways, we can go on. I don't need to.
Yeah, the other game we got is Denver Broncos losing to the Detroit Lions, 42-17. Massive day for Sammy Laporta. Huge. Yeah, that was massive, dude. 3 touchdowns. Big day for Amon-Ra, too. 7 for 112 and a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 tutties on the day, 1 on the ground, 1 in the air. 100-yard game. Just Lions really flexed on the Broncos, you know.
Yeah, so he played his freshman year at Oklahoma. Played in all 14 games, made 3 starts, 121 carries, 744 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And then he played as a sophomore as well, actually. Shared time with Kennedy Brooks, ran for 947 yards. Oh, so he played all the way he played freshman through junior at Oklahoma.
Wow. Oh, I didn't know that.
And then transferred to Ohio State for his senior year. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, he is. I think he was 5-star out of high school. He's talented. He's very talented. So, interesting to see him with a full workload. I would go ahead and get him. I mean, Truck. We have a waiver on BML, and whether we use it or not, I think we burn it on Sermon. He's a guy. If he has that role, can explode. And I just don't want him on someone else's team who has an injury.
Yeah, I was going to say we probably won't use him, but yeah, play defense and take him away.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
So anyways, yeah, your Lions bounce back spot. I had them in that super contest. That was a smash. Laporta having that 3 touchdown day is the only reason we're talking right now about Hurts in our underdog. That was huge. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Shane, if you're involved in any dynasty leagues or not, but Laporta has got to be top 3 for sure. Maybe is he the top dynasty?
Unfortunately for me, in one of my keeper leagues, I chose Kincaid over Laporta in the draft. So
yeah, I don't know. Obviously,
he's the
right
number
now,
3 tight end on the season. I was just looking it up.
Obviously, right now that's huge for Laporta, but yeah, I'm still hopeful for Kincaid, especially next year. But yeah, that was a little disappointing to see him put up a goose egg.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Are you in a dynasty league, Shane?
What I call a mini dynasty. So that's
the keeper league.
6 to 8 guys you could keep.
Yeah.
Or
year after year, you can keep them.
Yeah, year after year, or you can only keep 2. So you basically have a choice of resetting your whole team, or you have kind of like a halfway keeper roster. It's odd.
Yeah, interesting.
It is.
We're talking about for next year having a few different style leagues commissioned by Fantasy Roadshow. Dynasty being one, Guillotine being one. Then do like a best ball where you're managing like a roster of players, a best ball redraft, but your lineup's optimized. We'll get into that a little bit more after the season, but super exciting and wanted to tease that.
Yeah, PK, I am posted in Fulton Market.
How is he spoiling that? How does he know?
Well, I texted him. Him earlier because I was like, "Hey, you working?"
So you're
today?
exposing yourself.
I kind of did. Yeah, that was my bad.
So yeah, now you know Truck's location.
Set.
I think I've said too much, guys. I gotta go.
Are you gonna be there for a little bit though? You should definitely go by.
No, so I mean, I don't know. The Martini can take anywhere from an hour to
like
minutes.
days wise though. Like
we'll be here tomorrow morning, and then back to the studio tomorrow night, and then some other stuff going on.
Holy crap! This show has a lot of seasons. I hadn't watched it yet.
What show?
The Shy.
The Shy. Iman Shumpert is in it.
7 seasons.
Iman Shumpert's in it. Shane.
Wow.
You know him.
Okay. Oh yeah. Knicks, right?
Yeah, and he was on. He was played with LeBron for the Cavs for a bit too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's go through Bears Browns. Truck, anything?
Yeah.
The Bears looked good against the Browns. They basically were winning that game through 3 quarters like they have been playing. Let's grab lunch tomorrow, PD. I'm down, bro. Hit me up. We'll go grab JP Graziano's. JP's. But yeah, man, the Bears, they looked good through 3 quarters, and then in regular Bears fashion, they figure out how to lose the game in the 4th. It was 17-7, and they just let it slip it away. And kind of like how Darnell Mooney just dropped that Hail Mary, and just it was in his chest and kicks it up to the fucking defender.
Kicked it out.
Yeah, it was terrible. But what I was upset about was at halftime, they chose not to kick the field goal when they were somewhat in range for Cairo Santos, and they chose to throw up a Hail Mary instead. Yeah. You have a better chance of making that field goal with Santos as opposed to that Hail Mary. So I was a little annoyed by that, and if we would have had those 3 points on the board, it would have been a different outcome. So, but yeah, tough loss. I'm just kind of numb to it by now, being a Bears fan, where you're just things like this happen, and I'm okay with it for now, but I can't wait till draft time comes next year.
You see Keaton Mitchell. This is ADD, but did you see the Keaton Mitchell injury?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Holy shit, dude. I knew you were sleeping last night when I saw it, but I was meant to ask you this morning, but that was
bad.
That was bad.
Yeah, he was running too fast for his own good, and just that leg just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Bears Browns. That game was, I don't know, probably as expected, right? Lower scoring. That 13-point burst in the 4th was a little unfortunate for the Bears, but they're playing good football. Unfortunately, Eberflus might be playing his way into a job next year. Definitely needs to get a new offensive coordinator, but I just think they need a more offensive-minded head coach if you want to build around Caleb or Justin Fields, whoever it ends up being. But Cooper had that big touchdown that saved his day, and Njoku had a big one. Holy shit, I didn't realize Flacco threw for 374. Sorry, Shane.
Yeah.
What happened there? We said Flacco originally, and then you just audibled on the sit start.
I audibled when this is what I do. Like, I am the worst at overanalyzing weather conditions.
Well,
like I saw the rainstorm, winds, and the first half played out like that, right? The first half was bad, and then the whole second half it cleared out, was fine. And
you're talking to overanalyzer in the top right. He likes to overanalyze things as well. Sometimes it, that's why I don't do any overanalyzing, because you're going to be beating yourself up. Like, I would be depressed for like multiple days if I started Locke and he didn't play and then I'm out of the playoffs. You know what I mean? So I just don't want to put that emotional, like, Truck's wrapping things up over here. I don't.
Someone's giving me we're wrapping.
Oh, so that's wrapping.
Okay. Yeah, that's just they're wrapping.
Okay,
So
I'm writing that down now too.
Yeah, we got the sign language. We got sign language too now.
Okay.
So you got to run?
Not yet. I haven't gotten a call on the radio yet, but we're good.
All right. But yeah, I don't like to put that like I just as little amount of beating myself up as possible. That's usually how I do it. I try to have like more of a systematic approach, so that like that system made the call over the course of, my lifetime playing fantasy. It's better than not, whatever. Like, otherwise it just sucks, right?
Yeah.
So that was Bears, Browns, Bucks, Packers. Baker had the best day he's ever had, maybe.
Yeah.
381 and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he was what'd they say? The first quarterback to have a perfect passer rating in Lambeau other than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, the only away quarterback. So
yes, the only away quarterback ever.
Rashad White continues to shine. Mike Evans got his 1,000th, or keeps building on that 1,000th yard season. Godwin 10 for 155. That's pretty impressive. Good to see him finally have a good day. But then I saw him tweak his knee. Is there anything there?
I didn't think it's anything too serious. No, I mean,
they just took him out like up late in the game. Yeah. That's about it. I didn't learn anything new from the Packers. I mean, 6 for 97 with Wicks. I think we've, Shane's been mentioning it.
The signs are pointing. Sorry, the signs are pointing to Drew Lock as the starting quarterback tonight.
Oh, don't tease him.
Don't.
The signs are pointing.
Give us your source. Give us your source.
Yeah. Is that official? Is that official?
No, I said Sleeper? The signs are pointing.
Where does Sleeper where is Sleeper getting that from?
Breaking news, the signs are pointing to Drew Lock as the starting quarterback per Adam Schefter.
Shefty. All right. You can believe that.
Yeah, watch him do like a 2 QB system night, like rotate series.
Nah.
Oh god.
That. All right. Well, yeah. So Wicks 6 for 97. Shane's talked about him a little bit. I talked about him early on. He's looking good, and it looks like he's going to be a part of that wide receiver core. Certainly to keep an eye on for next season. Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks. Yeah. It'll be interesting what Dobbs's role becomes, right? Seems like he's slowly becoming like the fourth man there.
Yep, definitely.
So, anyways, that's that. Let's get on to. Is that you? Are you wrapping, Truck?
Yeah, I'm wrapping up a cord. I'm gonna have to run here. I got the guys trying to load the truck right now, so I got to help them out. It's been real, everybody out there. Enjoy the game. Kulz, we'll be talking and rooting for Jalen Hurts, buddy.
Are you gonna get lunch with PK tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm getting lunch with PK tomorrow. We're gonna go to JP Graziano's in Chicago.
Enjoy it. Incredible place.
Right,
Shane and I will Shane and I will do like a quick fire and nail off the rest of these games. And wrap up here before the game starts.
All right.
Awesome.
You guys
Later,
take it easy.
Right. Well.
All right. So Texans, Titans, the wily vet, Case Keenum.
I was shocked when I saw that Noah Brown did that with Case Keenum. I guess you get enough target volume, you can stumble upon that good of a day.
Yeah, I mean, so like that's why you go with a Case Keenum over a Davis Mills, right? Like this is a veteran in the league that can just keep you around and maybe try to squeak out a win, and that's exactly what they did. And now they could make the playoffs because of it. You get Stroud back next week, hopefully Nico as well. I mean, what a just gritty, just impressive win. I mean, Titans are not a good team, right? So they had to try to find a way. And Noah Brown, like you said, 882 and a touchdown. Singletary had a big day. He ended up with 26 carries, 121 yards. That could have very well been a lot different too. They took away that touchdown in overtime. Yeah. But four catches, 49 yards on top of that. So impressive what they did there. I'm very surprised about the Singletary Pierce split. I'd say we all are, right?
Oh, yeah. I thought we were going to be a little bit closer on that, but man.
Crazy, right? We were trending in the direction where Pierce was taking some over, and then it seems like, what is this? Singletari's entire backfield? Are we trusting that, next round of the playoffs? I think you kind of have to, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. He'd be
They do play the Browns, so tougher matchup at home Christmas Eve. I don't know. I don't have anything else in this game.
Yep.
Jets, Dolphins, 30-0. Waddle.
Just brutal. Waddle. That was one switch at the last second that paid off for me. I put in Waddle for DJ.
Let's go.
Didn't mean a win, but
yeah, that was huge. 140 touchdown, Mostert 2 touchdowns. Should get Tyreek back this week. A-Chain, are you starting A-Chain next week? I think you still do, right? If he gets me 10 carries and 5 catches, I'm happy because he's probably going to break one of those. I don't know. I think you still start A-Chain. Would you agree?
Yeah. But can we talk about Mostert, fantasy MVP, 20 touchdowns already?
100%. It's crazy.
And where he was drafted, I mean, that's crazy. Or picked up the waiver wire.
I think it was probably waiver. I mean,
yeah.
If not one of the last rounds. Yeah, very impressive. Chiefs, our boy Rashee Rice. I've been watching him for quite a while.
Yep.
He is coming into his own, and I think that's just going to continue to improve that role, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. He's legit number one. I think his last 4 weeks, he's been, 16, 18 points at least.
Yeah, I mean, what round is he going to be drafted in next year?
If nothing changes, they don't bring anybody in. Is
top 3.
Yeah, I was going to say
3,
middle
4.
3rd. Yeah.
I'm taking him in the 3rd if he's there.
So to me, he'd be like what Calvin Ridley was this year. Ridley
was going to say exactly Ridley would be,
yeah.
With a better quarterback.
Yeah.
Who clearly trusts him and is going to just continue to feature getting him the ball. Kelsey's looked a little bit of his age this year, and I think they're going to be starting to look at other options. They may even draft a wide receiver this year. I've heard Xavier Worthy.
Texas. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Giants Saints. Nothing really to me.
No,
3 touchdowns for Derek Carr. His probably one of his best games in a while.
Yeah. We kind of warn people to be leery of Taysom Hill in the playoffs. And
puts up a 0.
0.
That's why I don't play him ever. Not a Taysom Hill guy exactly because of that. Falcons, Panthers, man, Bijan, what's going on there?
That was brutal. I mean, even before he fumbled in the 4th quarter, he wasn't getting the touches.
Yeah. Arthur Smith does not need to have a job next year. This team with that lineup, not making the playoffs says it all in my mind.
Yeah. They should easily. They got talent on the defense too. They're not going to win that division now.
Yeah, I have Bijan in a couple leagues. I'm starting him next week in the playoffs. Not even thinking about it. So, unfortunately, but you have to do that. So you drafted him in the first round for a reason.
Yep.
Kyron Williams, massive day. Stafford, 258, 2 touchdowns. That they're a sneaky team that if they can continue having this offense rolling, they're playing the Saints, Giants, and then Niners. If you are 9-7 and then have the Niners in week 18, is that playoffs? I haven't really checked the standings.
Probably.
But
yeah, probably.
Especially if you get lucky and the 49ers already have a first round bye and sit some players, go 10-7. That's playoffs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're actually sitting in the playoffs right now because there's
Yeah,
1, 2. Vikings are 7-7. Rams are 7-7. Obviously, a big one night for Seattle, but Bucks, Saints, both at 7-7 as well. So,
yeah, I wrote off Cooper Kupp about 4 weeks ago, and he's been tearing it up the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's been awesome. He looks like the Cooper Kupp of old. What did he end up with? Another guy, and reason why we're talking about Hurts tonight for us in Underdog is Terry McLaurin. We probably would have locked in the win already if he caught that touchdown down at the 1. But to be honest, I was so happy to still be in the picture that I didn't care. But that touchdown should have stung more than it did. Cooper Kupp, 8, 111 and a touchdown.
Yeah, it was good.
Would have liked to seen a little bit from Puka, but it is what it is.
So they're saying the deciding factor on Locke starting was they didn't believe Gino would be able to go all 3 hours tonight with the weather conditions.
Okay, makes sense.
So there we go.
Niners, Cardinals. We'll hammer out these next couple here in just a couple minutes. Purdy, 4 touchdowns. McCaffrey, 155, a touchdown, 5 receptions, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving, 3 total all day. He's been awesome. Debo's been awesome. That's taken a little bit of a hit to Ayuk, 3 for 37. But I would be happy if I was an Ayuk owner in the next round of the playoffs, because you just got to think he's got some coming his way. That the way that offense works is they want everyone involved because they know when everyone involved, they're a better team. So Ayuk has a couple, weak weeks, and the ball's going to be coming his way. Shanahan knows everyone needs to eat. And wants to keep everyone happy heading into the playoffs. So, McBride, 10 for 102.
Oof.
Huge.
That was one of your guys early on, and he looks like a bona fide top 5 guy going forward.
Yeah, man. I've been all over McBride just because I saw how he received the ball in college, and knowing if you get into the right system and the way that the NFL is kind of trending towards having tight end be a very high producing receiving role, that it's perfect for McBride. So yeah, I think he's going to have a great career. And if he's in that spot with Kyler loves throwing to the tight end. So, he should only be better next year as Marvin Harrison Jr. steps in, most likely. That team could start to get pretty dirty. I would probably look towards James Conner for the first time ever. I've never been like a huge Conner guy, even though he's had some very productive seasons. But, at the age of 29 with a loaded roster around him, he does run the ball well and gets touchdowns. So he could potentially be an option next year that breaks out, or just has like a late career boom type season.
Look what Mostert's doing at age 31.
Yeah.
I mean,
yep. Right spot, right time. Cowboys, Bills. I'll let you talk about this one unless you don't want to.
Oh, it was just, brutal. I should have talked about this. I don't even know why I didn't even mention it, but they lost Jonathan Hankins, who not too many people know about him, but their number 1 great run stuffing interior lineman. They replaced him with rookie Mozzie Smith out of Michigan, who just sucks beyond belief right now. So very smart from Mr. Brady, Joe Brady, like the last 3 weeks of getting James Cook going, and then exposing. I mean, they didn't even try. They knew the game plan to attack him running the ball, and you take Micah Parsons out by doing that. So it was just really smart game planning on their part. And then once they got up big, it took the passing game and out of the Cowboys game plan. So
that's the way that they said it on the broadcast. The way that the Cowboys built their defense is to have leads, and then exactly what we saw week 1 against the Giants. Cowboys take the lead and then just blitz the quarterback and make his night hell. That they're not someone that you want to play here at 8-6. Chargers, Patriots next 2 week. Assume you're 10-6, and then you have the Dolphins last week of the season. You're in the playoffs if you're 10-6 with a game left, regardless. So I do not want to play the Bills if I'm any team trying to make it to the AFC Championship. So Ravens, Jaguars, those are 2 teams that could be in that spot. Ravens look really good. Lamar Jackson continues to learn that offense and produce. Isaiah Likely, absolute stud, has been a great replacement for Mark Andrews. So if you had him go down with injury and you grabbed Likely, you're happy still. But nothing really there. Jags need to figure it out fast. They may be frauds. They're 3-5 at home.
Maybe without Trevor Lawrence this week, he's going to be in the concussion protocol. I doubt. Looking at C.J. Stroud last week, I doubt Lawrence plays this week. Would be my guess.
Yeah, you lost 3 straight. Bengals, Browns, Ravens. Can't beat the AFC North there. At Bucks, and then have the Panthers at home. So, Bucks look like they're playing well, and they're going to make the playoffs. So I don't know that could be 4 in a row. And then you have Panthers, Titans. Let's say you could be 8-7, winning against the Panthers, 9-7, 10-7. You're in the playoffs. So hopefully they can bounce back and win a couple games that will be winnable late in the season.
Yep.
But anyways, that brings us to 7-11. I know we both want to watch this game. We have some high stakes involved. High leverage spots with the quarterbacks on both sides. So let's pray for high scoring. Is that what
we will pray for? High scoring. Jalen Hurts, tons of passes to Devontae Smith is what I would like. And then Eagles get up big, forces Seattle just to throw the ball all night. So I would love
3 rushing touchdowns for Hurts. Let's get two rushing touchdowns for Hurts, and I will be super happy. 1 is mandatory. 3 and I don't know what I'm gonna say after that, but that would be huge. So go Hurts, go Lock. That is it for our Monday night reactions. Buckle up.